logistics. Thank you.
Let's go class, please. Hi, how are you? Hi, you have to talk to me later? Okay, okay. Say hi. So my name is Karima Hughes. I graduated from SPA in 2019. I'm a part of cohort 2018. I was a teacher leader for some time, about 4 years or so. So I knew I wanted to impact children outside of my classroom, right? Kind of like spread the influence of my pedagogy to others, including adults. And so becoming a teacher leader was one of those things I did. So when I got here and I applied for the position, I was a teacher leader here at FDA2, as well as a regular classroom teacher and also a chapter leader, right? But then a problem that I kept seeing that was very different than my old school was that people kept leaving, right? And not really understanding why that was happening. And so that was like the trigger for me to try and find some resources or programs that are available that will actually help you to answer those questions. When I looked at the program, I was like, oh, summer intensive. That's good. I keep my job. That's good. I don't have to like quit my job to go to school. So that was like number one. I'm also a mother of 3. And so I wanted to make sure that whatever I'm doing that's going to benefit me as an individual, that my children are part of that, right? So it was the convenience of like, okay, summer intensive, I have it. The second thing was the internship, right? So during the school year, I have all these really awesome projects that, again, it ignites the why, right? The inquiry work, the work that I had to do to kind of figure things out and make decisions, which, again, very important to me. And then it was the brevity of the program, right? Knowing that in 2 summers, I would have a second master's degree. And then in my mind, I'm getting an Ivy League education, and that was really important to me because I'm not from here, right? So I came here when I was 13 years old. I was in the Bronx, I went to school in the Bronx, right? And so there are very unfair misconceptions about students in the Bronx, right? And what we're capable of. And misconceptions about Black students, right? And I'm a Black student. And so had the opportunity for a teacher to see me and know that I'm capable of so much more, right? And hone those really awesome qualities that I didn't see in myself. To then Columbia said yes to me was huge. So it was just like, of course I'm going to Columbia University, right? And it's huge because I am the first generation graduate, and now I have like 3 degrees, right? And so that is big for my family, right? And it's big for my children. So those were basically the reasons why I chose to go to SPA. She had it covered up, so I'm gonna. Kids were struggling with how they work together, right? They struggle with that. They still struggle with it. And so I made sure that the teachers now, they have to do a collaborative task, which means that kids have to work together. So it's helping teachers to facilitate group and collaborative tasks. And it's also supporting kids in getting that muscle back into like, how do I collaborate effectively? And so the collaborative tasks are part of the units I created. And then there is part of the independent tasks where the kids are able to showcase their knowledge independently. And so we have here, based on my coming in as an administrator, multiple ways of showing kids mastery, which is amazing and culturally responsive, because there's not only one way that I can show them that I'm proficient in the material. And so Ms. G, the women's room we're in now, she does this in so many different ways, and we do have a collaborative test that is directly from Ms. Hughes. It has impacted my aspirations to be more and do more. So I'm now in a PhD program because SPA has given me the opportunity to say those questions that I asked or I was wondering about, yeah, I got some of them answered, but I have more questions, right? So this is a quest for me more so than anything else. SPA has impacted my life significantly, is that every single decision that I make, I have an equity lens. And because that was very, very, very strong throughout all of the courses that I took in SPA. It's like you're becoming a building leader, right? A school leader. You're making decisions that will alter, right, the trajectory of people's lives. And so you must be equity focused. When I was in, I forget the title of the course, we did a racial autobiography, and that was so significant because it allowed my entire cohort to kind of zoom in on areas in their lives where race came up and how they reacted based on some of the theories that we studied. This is important, right? And so now that I could kind of walk my teachers through something similar at a smaller scale to kind of say it's very important that we are all aware of our racial interactions, our cultural awareness, so that we could then serve students of color better. So that was the most impactful thing for me. I don't know if I chose another program, if I would have experienced the same exact kind of like lasting impressions that will be with me forever, because they really definitely made a mark in my life.